What's going on, everybody? It's Achilles WT coming at you with a brand new video, and in today's video we will be showcasing the Queen of Blades herself, Kerrigan. And basically, to make a long story short, recently I actually used her again because it's been a while since I've used her just to see how the character runs. And the thing that had me curious about trying her out again was the recent changes they made to battle momentum, where every single hero in the game essentially got their own unique version of the talent. You see here, Kerrigan's is called Bladed Momentum. And the thing that I actually liked about the changes they made, for one, the big change that they made, or the big nerf, if you will, is that it no longer affects heroic cooldowns, because the old battle momentum used to reduce the cooldowns on everything. So it used to be a way to get your heroics back a little bit faster, especially if you had an auto attack hero to some degree. You used to be able to get your heroics a lot faster. But now that's no longer the case. Now they actually reduced battle momentum to actually do what it was intended to do from the onset. Now, with that being said, the thing that I like about these changes that they made to where like different heroes have this different unique version of it is that they actually made it so that different heroes have different timers. Now, what do I mean by that? Basically, you see here on the screen, Bladed Momentum reduces your basic ability cooldowns by 0.75 seconds, where somebody like Johanna that has her battle momentum, I forgot what it's called. It's not called Angelic Momentum because I believe that's Tyrael's, but everybody else has a different timer. Like Johanna's is 0.50 seconds, so it's different. Now, how much of a difference does that really make? You'd be surprised, like, because essentially Kerrigan is a type of hero that she almost gets back a full second. She almost knocks off a full second of her cooldown per auto attack. And her auto attack speed is not bad. And when you factor in that she gets shields off the strength of her auto attacks, it makes for an actual, like, it makes for a nice little recipe. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and skip to the game so that I could actually showcase what I've been doing, because I found that Kerrigan might actually be at a good little start-off spot, because she definitely is, like, according to what the Heroes team has said, that they definitely have an eye on her, and they're thinking about a rework, I guess, at this point, which I don't disagree that she might need to be a little stronger. But where she is right now with these slight changes is not so bad, and that's something that I just wanted to share on the channel. So without further ado, we're going to skip ahead to the game. Alright, we have finally made it into a game. Holy hell, was that queue time long. So long that I didn't even pay any mind to like what the teams were or anything like that. So we're going to actually showcase that. The friendly composition will be a Tyrande, Tracer, myself as Kerrigan, a Chromie, and a Greymane. All damage composition. Jesus Christ. Going against a Brightwing Malfurion, Jane, a Tychus, and an Abathur. So they have double support. Huh. Interesting. They have double support, 2 range damage dealers, and an Abathur. Okay then. Level 1, we're going to be going for Ravage. Now what this is going to... Wait, where is it? There we go. So every time we use our Q ability, essentially, we're going to be getting 10% of our maximum health back. So basically, this ability actually gets stronger as you do, essentially. So it adds on a nice little incentive to actually use it, for one. And it's a small means to keep yourself alive in a bad spot. Just fine with that polymorph, no problem. Again, I'm going to mention that Kerrigan is actually... I think she's at a weird place where if you use her a certain kind of way, she's actually still very, very good. But it's just that you have to, like, you have to pick your spots well, essentially. That's what it comes down to. But as the build comes together, it becomes obvious that she can actually, like, she becomes good enough to actually engage in spots where you might be a little hesitant to do that with other heroes. And a lot of that is because of the shields that she builds up. Just going to do that to get a portion of my health back. Brightwing does wisely use that polymorph on me. There was nothing she was going to be able to do anyway. We definitely were going to get that kill. This is going to be a hard sell for the enemy team. I'm not going to lie, because they do not have that many bodies right now. Like, we have all the damage in the world, and they essentially just have, like, 2 healers. And that's kind of gonna backfire in team fights, really. I mean, even if their support players chose to go for damage builds, it's not the same. That polymorph is gonna get annoying. With that being said, though, there definitely is a way for the enemy team to win this game, but hopefully they're not smart enough to kind of put 2 and 2 together here. Tracer's in a really, really bad way right now. And we're just going to engage on this Tychus. That'll secure the kill. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, I'm dead. So, yeah, naturally, when I'm trying to record a video, somebody on the enemy team decides that I'm the focal point, which is always nice. I have yet to see a single polymorph go out. There goes one, probably because I wasn't there. I was about to say, I have yet to see a single polymorph go out on anybody else but me until right there. Which no doubt is going to get frustrating. One thing, I will say one thing that does, I guess, kind of balance out a little bit on paper is that the enemy team essentially has 2 dedicated supports. And we have Tyrande, who's more of a hybrid. She's like a support damage dealer. Depending on the user, it determines like what she's better at doing. I do agree with this call because we do have the advantage right now on that front. I am trying to disengage, and of course I get stunned by the Immortal and killed again. This is going fantastic. Essentially, I'm the only one dying so far. Man, if Chromie had the Bronze Talons talent, she would have been able to run right through that Tychus. In that spot, I mean. Alright, let's try to clean this up, because I already have 2 deaths, and that's definitely not what I'm aiming for here.
It is time for a change in strategy.
Oh, I need to be somewhere else.
I am going to wait on my team. Let's see if this little trend continues where the effort really, really kind of goes my way. I'm trying to get out of here because I'm in a really, really, really bad spot. That's exactly why I backed away, because my team would have just gotten zoned out right there if I would have jumped in, and that would have led to my death. And again, out comes the polymorph on me. Look at all of this effort they're putting into killing me. Wow. Holy shit. Like, there's no cohesion on that team until I show up. And that time I actually waited. Try this again. If I get left behind again, I'm definitely going to say something, because I can't play a whole game trying to be the guy that initiates and having no follow-up. We go again. Another initiation. Malfurion is stuck. Malfurion is stuck. There you go. Should be able to get this. There we go. Definitely going to pick up both globes. I don't mean to get like frustrated on a video, but it really is like that's the only phrase I could use for it when stuff like this happens, and I've been dealing with this a lot here lately, and I think the thing that annoys me the most about it is that it hasn't been mattering like what hero I use. I always become the focus. And it's kind of hard to deal with that when you're playing with a group of players that have no synergy together, like, from the onset. Like, we've never played together, so nobody knows each other's strengths, and that includes me, you know? Either way, we're going to be going for Bladed Momentum. This is the talent that actually caught my attention here lately. Because, again, essentially every time I auto-attack, there goes the polymorph on me again. I wasn't even attacking right there, and I still got the polymorph. Just to kind of put in perspective how much attention they're pouring into me right now. Never mind that we have a Tracer. Never mind that we have a Grey Mane. Never mind that we have a Tyrande. All more credible threats than Kerrigan. They're focusing me. And again, they're trying to root me, throw their abilities at me. I could go over my team composition again, but why bother? Let's say Chromie is actually in a good position to actually secure something. I don't want to go too far in because I know that I'm going to die if I do. Did pull Brightwing into one of the turret's shots. He does stand behind. I get polymorphed again. At this point, I feel like I need to kind of like tell my teammates to step in whenever I get polyed like that, because That's really Brightwing's biggest contribution to a team fight, and if she's burning it on me, my teammates need to like take advantage of that. And it's just not. It has not been happening. And again, I've died so much. There's no way that I'm competitive on hero damage with anybody on my team. But the enemy team is smart enough that they don't care about stats, so they know what they're doing on that front. I don't want to fully commit there because there's nothing I'll be able to do to secure that. Trying my... Oh, God. Definitely needed somebody to go in there. We do secure that kill. And the polymorph comes out again to secure that kill. That is really, really frustrating. We're going to be stuck defending on this one. Rayman is actually getting us XP right now. He's very, very close to getting us 10. There we go. We need to defend. We can't outdamage them. At this point, maybe we get a kill or two that actually helps with the chances of winning this. We do get that stun on Jaina. We do secure the kill as well. Trying my best to get to this Chromie. God, if I could just get anything off cooldown. There we go. There we go. See, we have a little bit of a window now to actually try and go for this. Tracer secures the kill. Now we should go in. Need to put everything we can into this. I have no mana right now. That's a bit of an issue because I've run out of mana quite a bit in this game, and that's actually something new. I haven't had problems with mana the last few times I've tried to use Kerrigan. And I am like incredibly at a disadvantage if I have no mana. Alright, so now we're getting a little more competitive with hero damage now that we're actually able to stay alive for more than 5 minutes. Hopefully that continues because I've already died more than I planned to, obviously. So we're trying not to have that happen anymore. The thing you have to understand is that Kerrigan's at her best when she's playing aggressive, so if that's not happening, you're not getting any real value out of your pick. Same thing with the gray main pick. We should back. The Immortal's about to go down. Of course, nobody's moving. Back, I can't. Now it's going to be too late. Gray main's going to die. If we would have just left when I said so. I'm going to queue it up to secure that kill on Bright. Oh, the jukes are real. Get the finish on her, please. Thank you. All right, leave it. That's enough. We made our point. Level 13, I'm going to be going for Double Strike. This is another one that I actually felt like, where I mentioned that Bladed Momentum was a little bit stronger on Kerrigan. I feel like Double Strike is actually the strongest version of follow-through in the game. Well, no. Let me take that back immediately. I just noticed what we have in our bottom lane. Kerrigan's is the second strongest version of follow-through in the game, behind Chromie, actually, now. Her Bronze Talons talent is amazing. Like, if you haven't tried it out yet, definitely give it a look. It is very, 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 very OP. But in a good way. Because Chromie has to essentially get herself in position to even use it. So that's why I feel like it's fair. We are going to try and secure that kill on Brightwing. Oh, that was such a good teleport. We just did that to get some health back. I'm going to disengage. Thankfully, the Tyrande was able to keep me alive right there. Tracer was still actually back there. I don't know what just happened. I'm not going to knock her because I don't know if she chased or if she got caught. Oh, I don't have a Maelstrom. I'm about to, though, if that happens again. Man. I have to go in. No choice. Did secure that kill. Got a little bit of health back. Pulling them back in. This is going to be everybody. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I'm going to die. Wow. That's crazy. That worked out very, very well. I like that Saranda went for the healing increases. Look at that. Now we're almost completely back into the game on damage. We're definitely back into the game overall. Now we're starting to look like the composition we should have looked like this whole time, excuse me. And again, you're noticing like every time I'm in trouble, my first instinct is to look for that Q ability because like I said, it's essentially the same as having Sonya's ferocious healing, but at level 1 on a Q ability. So it's almost the same thing. The only difference is that Sonya has more health than Kerrigan does, I believe. I'm assuming that because she's a warrior. Don't quote me on that, like as far as like knowing the numbers and everything, because I don't. But I'm just assuming that's the case because she's a warrior. Oh god, I'm gonna die this time. Polymorph comes out on me again, and we're right back to where we started. Alright, we need to be careful on that. Rayman's gonna die. This is everything that the enemy team did. That's exactly the bounce back that they needed to get back into the game. We're going to be going for aggressive defense at level 16. This is going to give us an easier time of getting our shields. Not sure if Chromie... It doesn't look like Chromie spec'd into her Q ability at all. There's definitely one Q ability would have been enough to kill Brightwing at this point. But then again, I could be wrong. See, right there... She went for a Q and an auto attack. That would have been monstrous if she spec'd into the Q at level 1 and she spec'd into Bronze Talons at level 4. And this is something that I've just been learning because I'm not good with Chromie at all, but I'm trying to change that because I feel like I should. Oh, that silence was so good. Oh man, I have nobody. Keep me alive, keep me alive. Well, we got one. Rayman is just standing around. What's he doing? Maybe he was picking a talent? I went for Mouth. I almost had Mouth, to be fair. We just need to go. We need to commit. That's all. We're not committing as a whole at all, and that's backfiring big time. Rhonda's back up already at this point. She used her healing ward. I guess that was preemptive. Whoa, I need to be careful. We need support, like as far as like our team. I can't go in on this at all because the minute I do, I'm gonna die. All right, there we go. We got our ranged damage dealers out there now. Man. Abathur cloning Jaina is not helping anything either. Alright, I'm going in because I have to.
Well done, heroes.
Alright.
We must be cautious. The demons shall rise again.
Shit. The team went in without me. Fuck. I can't confirm it at all. I cannot confirm it at all, but I feel like Gray has been off, like, doing the XP thing quite a bit. In spots where we kind of need him. Romy's actually found Abathur. I don't think she should chase it, though. We should be hitting camps.
We should take this mercenary camp.
We had a 2... That's crazy how that just turned, man. We just had a 2-level advantage a little while ago. Now we've been dying left and right, and they have the 2-level advantage. But it's like I said at the start of this video, like there definitely is a way for the enemy team to win the game. And clearly they've stumbled onto it.
My conquest continues.
We should go for this.
We should take this mercenary camp.
was about to say, I looked up and thought that was me. I was like, man, we fell off damage real bad.
They will surely feel this loss.
We do need to defend this. Hey, look at Brightwing. There goes the polymorph again. There goes the temporal loop. There goes the Malfurion Silence. We are going to queue up our Maelstrom right here. Definitely wanted to go in on Brightwing, but I couldn't. All right, we got rid of that. Oh, God, so many abilities coming out on me. We got rid of the Abathur clone. Even more abilities coming out. Look at them trying so hard to get me. Okay, I'm not leaving this to Ronda. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. There we go, that's 2. That's 3. God. It's the build, man. It's the build. The other thing I have not pointed out in this whole video is that if you secure a kill with Kerrigan's Q ability, it actually does an immediate reset of the cooldown, so you could just use it again. Which I use. That's what I use to full advantage right there. That's why I try to use that Q like so hard on like securing kills, because then when I do so, not only am I getting an instant reset on the cooldown, but I'm getting health back when I do it, so that when I use it to engage on the next person, I get even more health back. Finally, that's the break we needed. Got 2 globes. I am going to go for a Mega Storm here to get a buffed version of my heroic. I do agree with this. We do need to take this out. Look at that. I went from being out of mana to being like very, very good on mana, considering that I didn't go all the way back. We need to kill Brightwing first. That's very, very clear, but I'm not in a position where I can relay that to my teammates, so we gotta hope for the best here. My heroic is off cooldown. Abathur's getting really, really aggressive on me like he should be because he's just a clone. They're even healing the damn thing. And these guys are try hard. Alright, I'm going in. Polymorph came out on me. Everything's coming out on me. Gonna get some health back. There you go. Feel what I mean? Like, I just use it to heal. Then I use it to re-engage. Lost sight of my targets. Another polymorph comes out on me. Should be hitting this building. There we go. We took out Jaina. A little bit of mana back. We could get some core damage here. Actually, we could win the game. Abathur came out for a second. Saw that he wanted no part. Polymorph comes out on me again. GG. Jesus. So we had to work very, very hard for that win. But hopefully you enjoyed that video as much as you possibly could have. Like I said, Kerrigan's in a weird place right now, but for once, I don't think weird means bad. I don't think she's exactly where she needs to be, but she's not as far off as people would lead you to believe. We didn't actually do that bad on hero damage. A lot of the reasons why we didn't actually lead this game is because we died so much, and a lot of that was early on, getting just focused down, getting spammed with polymorphs over and over and over again. I don't know what changed for us necessarily that the enemy teams kind of went away from that. Well, I mean, I can't even say they went away from that because then it started turning into Abathur clones that were just charging after me, and like I guess like I said, the enemy team definitely knew what they were doing, because the odds were against them with that composition having double supports like that and 2 range dealers. They had no front line whatsoever, where our team had myself and Greymane when he's in ward form. That's 2 forms of front line. Whether you agree with that or not, it's really on you. But that's 2 forms. So they had nobody over there. So that really kind of puts them behind the 8 ball a little bit. But they were making the plays. Like, they had 23 kills. They had a play in the middle of the game where we had a 2-level lead on them. and they just wiped us out like multiple times and put a two level lead on us. But thankfully, none of my teammates quit the game, so like we stood with it, and we actually came back and we righted the ship and we won the game. Now, you see where Kerrigan has potential to be a game changer if she's not focused, where I would actually be able to jump into the middle of the enemy team, queue up my Maelstrom, and basically like just spam off abilities. My auto attacks had splash damage. I was getting my shielding off of my auto attacks, and the auto attacks at the same time were reducing the cooldowns on my abilities, which were actually helping me heal up and get more shielding. So it's like everything with Kerrigan now synergizes very, very, very well. The problem is that if teams are smart enough to look for it, they can put their abilities together to try and like focus you down and make you a non-factor, and it makes the pick not seem all that worth it. So there's like an up and down to it basically, which you just clearly saw, because the first half of the game, the enemy team was completely dedicated to taking me down together as a whole, and in the second half of the game, for whatever reason, they weren't able to do it. I don't know if necessarily it was that I said something and like things started to change, because I did, like looking back on it now, I did kind of notice that things changed a little bit after I said it, but who knows? And it turns out Chromie did actually spec into her Q. That's interesting. I thought the only thing she didn't go for was the Talons right at level 4, which would have been nice. But yeah. Going over the build before we get out of here. Like I said, level 1 Siphoning Impact. Ravage heals you for 10% of your maximum health if it hits the enemy. And again, this keeps getting stronger along with you, because you get more health as you level up, which means the 10% maximum also increases along with it. And again, if you land your Q ability to secure a kill, you immediately gain the ability to use it again to initiate another one. So that's double healing. At level 4, we went for Fury of the Swarm. This basic, it makes your basic attacks splash for -0 damage. Okay. Basically, this gives you splash damage so that it helps you with wave clearing, and also attacks on your shield a lot faster. Level 7, we went for Blade of Momentum. Basic attacks reduce your basic ability cooldowns by 0.75 seconds. Again, that is as close as you're going to get to knocking off a full second off of your cooldown on all of your basic abilities. At level 10, we went for Maelstrom. Only a 90-second cooldown. Really wasn't that bad. It deals 82 damage per second to nearby enemies and lasts for 7 seconds. I'm pretty sure it's stronger than that, because damn sure it feels like it's stronger than that. At level 13, we went for Double Strike. Basically a stronger version of Follow Through. When your basic abilities damage an enemy, your next basic attack hits for 75% bonus damage. At level 16, we went for Aggressive Defense, which increases the base shield amount gained from assimilation by 100%. So basically, we get double shielding past 16. When combined with the fact that we went for Fury of the Swarm at level 4, we get those shields a lot more often. And at level 20, we went for Omega Storm. The Maelstrom size is increased by 25%, which means we're hitting more people, essentially, or just having an easier time of hitting people to begin with. And the amount of assimilation shields generated by Maelstrom is increased by 100%. So you get that... So you get that double shield a lot faster when you have Maelstrom active. Again, I think it's actually interesting what Kerrigan is, because she has a very, very similar playstyle to Illidan. Illidan is still viewed as one of the stronger heroes in the game right now. I don't necessarily agree with it personally, but I think in the right hands, Kerrigan could do almost the same exact things that Illidan is able to do at the moment. And in certain spots, I think she's able to do it better, but that's just a personal opinion. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. As always, I appreciate the support. This is Achilles LBT. As always, that's Achilles with the Z. Remember it.